August 25th, 2025, and I'm starting this week off here at Pomona Elementary doing special education pre-K. So it is great to be back inside this classroom. I was here several months ago subbing. Again, it's a mod pre-K room, so pre-kindergartners. And when I got here, there was only 3 students and a couple of teachers and then 1 teacher. And then we went outside to play for about 20 minutes and then came back for like circle time and videos. And by that time, there's only 1 in here. A couple of them had to pull out. And then playtime, then they were picked up outside. I noticed that the jungle gym is new outside. There were a lot of renovations for elementary schools in this district this past summer. So this room is just packed with memories. It's bringing me back to when I was like 5 and 6 years old myself. So I'm thankful for this day. Apparently a lot of teachers are out with COVID, and I mean a lot. So I think something was spreading this past weekend, and so I'm just covering at the last minute. And after my lunch break here in about 25 minutes, I'm going to the office to see if they need me for the afternoon session, and we'll take it from there. So regardless, grateful them here. So for the afternoon, I did a half hour at the kindergarten class. It was like kindergarten special ed, and a few of the teachers or subs in there I actually knew. One from Sonora, one from Newport Harbor, and one whom I knew for way over 10-15 years. In fact, her late husband was one of my first commanders at Royal Rangers back when I was like 6 and 7. So in that class I was monitoring, I was helping a student put a few puzzles together, and then I was asked to help out in this class. So this is another kindergarten class, and they were learning the alphabet, so it takes me back a quarter century ago when I was in kindergarten myself learning the ABCs. And a couple of the students said, "You're very big," because I'm like over 6 feet tall. And one of them asked me, "Are you 35? And I'm like, "Well, you're close, I'm 30. Also during my lunch break in the lounge, I actually ran into a couple of other people whom I knew. One who's class of 2014 at Newport Harbor, so we went to Newport Harbor together. And one who is a former principal at Adams Elementary, then Davis Elementary. Now she teaches 1st grade. And something I found out is Pomona is now a pre-K to 1st grade school, so only like 3 grade levels. 2nd to 6th is down the street at Ray. And so I concluded the day in a 1st grade ABA class, and as fate would have it, one of the aides over there recognized me from subbing at Pomona last year. And for the final hour, I was in charge of the Play-Doh station, making sure that students don't eat the Play-Doh, and more puzzles. So I'm very thankful that I was at Pomona today. I'm rarely over there, and I'm grateful for the opportunity. It is August 26, 2025, and I'm over here at Harborview Elementary. And I am in a special ed pre-K class today, so similar to Pomona yesterday. So I just arrived, about to find out what I'm doing. I know there's at least 1 aide that's going to be here, probably a couple, and usually when I sub classes like these, I just help supervise and monitor and everything. So I ran into a lot of teachers and faculty here, so they're happy to see me again. First time here this academic year. So this day I already came and went. They're over at the library, and then that's it for today because it's early out. So there's 2 aides. It's actually a mother-daughter duo, and they've been taking control of pretty much everything all day. I was just sitting at the desk doing math for hours and getting prepared for tutoring math later this afternoon. The students are great, all 3 of them. Just some reminders of making good choices. So overall the day went well. A lot of the older students are happy to see me back, like 5th and 6th graders. They were wondering if I was subbing for them. But no, I'm subbing for the young ones today. As well as the principal, he was very happy to see me again too. And I know exactly where I'm going to be tomorrow, which is right back here at Harborview Elementary. It's August 27th, 2025, and this is a 2-day assignment, well, 2 independent days for the same class, special ed pre-K, but at the last moment, the principal moved me over here to a 2nd grade class so I could substitute for a one-on-one aide for a boy who is autistic. In fact, I recognize a few of these students because a couple of academic years ago, I subbed for them in kindergarten on the last day of school. In fact, I'm known by one of them as the last day sub or last day of school sub. So just monitoring and supervising. So far, so good. So far it's good. It's lunchtime now, so the boy whom I'm helping, I'm taking him to another classroom when he earns breaks and then back, and then I've been helping with the other students. There's one part of the day where I'm helping them with spelling using dictionaries that I used over 20 years ago, you know, like the small paper dictionaries. And once again, a lot of the students, younger to older, are remembering me or recognizing me, saying hello, or calling me like the magic man or something. And that's because I do sleight of hand tricks. There's one, I believe he's in 6th grade now. He came up to me just now and said that he remembers the rubber band trick that I taught him last year. Back over here in room 7 to retrieve the subbinder and the diner book that I borrowed yesterday and today. And so the end of the day went well. After lunch, I was up in the front of the class and the teacher asked me if I could read. And so I read a book about collaboration, and then it was like show and tell time to the students. They had like a paper bag filled with like over half dozen stuffs. And so when it was their turn, I was balancing like over half dozen things in both my hands. And then I read over a handful of poems. And then at the end of the day, the teacher asked, okay, could we all say thank you to Mr. Kenslow? And everyone was saying thank you and goodbye. A lot of them ended up recognizing me from their kindergarten class a couple of years ago, as well as subbing for music. So as always, I'm glad that I was here at Harborview. So it is August 29th, 2025. I'm over here at Corona Del Mar High School. It's been like a year since I've been here, if not exactly 365 days. But it's good to be back. I entered this classroom and it takes me back to the very first time I was here, December 5th, 2022. Just different classroom, different subject. I'm doing a history class today /PE, but like the teacher has an event and there's only 2 people in that period and they're just going to come here. So it's also a modified day, so it's like early out, like just past noon. All the classes are like a half hour, give or take. Well, excited to see what is in store for today. So this day ended up being quite remarkable. A little correction, the classes were all 25 minutes each. All 6 periods had students in them. And the first 5, there were assistant principals that came in and gave like a beginning of the year talk with them. And one of them who came in for 3 of the periods was from Ensign Intermediate School over like 17, 18 years ago. So back in like 2007, I met him when I entered 7th grade at Ensign, and he like recognized me after I gave him my name, and it's like almost a full circle moment. He's like, and now you're working here. So being a US history class, most of them were 11th graders, some were seniors, and they were mostly born when I was in 8th grade, so around 2008, 2009. And all throughout the day, there were tons of students recognizing me, mostly like 7th and 8th graders, but some whom I subbed for all across the district, and not just in the Corona Del Mar zone, like Harborview, but also schools like Kaiser, Mariners, and Davis. One of them recognized me from an assembly that I did. Other students asked to see card tricks throughout the day. So the first 5 periods were history, and 6th period was weightlifting, but again, most of the students are at like a football game or something. So anyway, I really enjoyed today. I'm already done with 6 periods and it's not even noon. It's like 11:45 right now. So I really enjoyed being here at Corona Del Mar Middle School and High School. I'm rarely here, but hopefully I'll be able to come here more often. I already know where I'm going to be for about 75% of next week. It's a 3-day weekend because of Labor Day on Monday. So remember that disability or not, anyone can do whatever they set to their heart and mind to do as long as it's practical, and behind the disability we have a heart and a mind. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.